To Nigerians in Diaspora losing jobs. Frank speaks on Tinubu'S certificate scam. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. Following the discovery that President Bola Tinubu forged the Chicago State University CSU certificate, he filed with the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to contest the 2023 presidential election. He should be sacked by the authorities of heads of state and government of the Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS) as its chairman over lack of legitimacy as president of Nigeria. According to him, the president forgery saga is already making life difficult and creating hard times for Nigerians and the diaspora who are seeking for jobs as their certificates are now being subjected to thorough scrutiny to ensure they're not fake. These were the contention of a political activist and former National Deputy Publicity Secretary of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Timmy Frank. Frank, in a statement in Abuja, said, "The demand became necessary because the presidency has lost legitimacy. The president forgery saga is already making life difficult and creating hard times for Nigerians abroad who are seeking for jobs as their certificates are now being subjected to thorough scrutiny to ensure they are not fake. If ECOWAS was really relevant and retained its credibility and respect among member states, especially in dealing with military junta and now spreading fat like a pandemic across the sub-region, it must act fast to protect its integrity," he said. While demanding that past and present presidents of member states of ECOWAS should prevail on the sub-regional organization to do the right thing by appointing another chairman in acting capacity, pending rectification during the next ordinary section of the authority of the heads of state and government of ECOWAS, he said failure to act timely would put ECOWAS in a lame duck position where all decisions reached during the tenure of Tinubu would not be respected and therefore be null and void. He called on the leadership of the military junta in Burkina Faso, Guinea, Mali, and Niger Republic not to have any dealings, discussion, or negotiation with the Tinubu-led ECOWAS until the president is removed as its chairman. Frank called on the authorities of ECOWAS not to be deceived by the appointment and secondment of broadcast journalist and channel television reporter Mrs. Linda Wabowa Akigbe as to serve as communication advisor to the ECOWAS Commission President, His Excellency Dr. Omar Aliyu Tori, in Abuja. This is a great gift, therefore the Commission should beware, he said. He insisted that Tinubu's administration in one breath prosecutes the media with recent NBC last warning letter to Arise Television, and on the other hand it bribes them with generous appointments and paid advertisements as recently corroborated by ex-Governor Nyesom Wike, who is the Minister of FCT. The activists called on the National Assembly to defend the nation's constitution, democracy and rule of law by urgently commencing impeachment proceedings against Tinubu over gross violation of the Constitution. He insisted that the National Assembly cannot afford to stay aloof while the nation is crumbling under illegalities and breach of the Constitution committed by Tinubu as contained in the sworn deposition by the CSU authorities. Frank said that the National Assembly, like Nehru, cannot afford to fiddle while Rome, Nigeria burns, otherwise they would become guilty of conspiracy of silence and willing accomplices to the unraveling of democracy in Nigeria. A breach of the Constitution by a sitting president is an impeachable offense. We are calling on the National Assembly, the Senate and House of Representatives to wake up and defend the Constitution. This is a time for them to uphold the law and constitution of our land. This is the time they must display patriotism, irrespective of party affiliation, by urgently commencing impeachment proceedings against the president. This is not all about party membership. It is all about sustaining our democracy and ensuring peace, security, and development of the country. Nigerians expect them to exercise their constitutional powers to do the right thing if they are truly the elected representatives of the people. Otherwise, Tinubu stay in office will continue to bring national disgrace and embarrassment to Nigerians both home and abroad, and equally chase away foreign investors from doing business in Nigeria, because no foreign investor will come to Nigeria to invest while it remains under a presidency tainted with legitimacy. The Bayelsa-born political activist also called on the Supreme Court to handle the presidential election petition appeal before it with the fear of God and national interest in order to safeguard the nation's democracy. He said, "We believe that the Supreme Court must not be biased and must do everything to protect our democracy. The world is watching to see if they uphold the principles of true justice in the manner they will handle this case of perjury or lying under oath by Tinubu." According to him, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN Justice Olukayode Ariwola, recently said the judiciary does not base its decision on sentiment or public opinion in deciding cases but on the Constitution. Several vitriolic attacks are regularly heaped on the judiciary. It is, however, crystal clear that public opinions, no matter how serious or weighty it might be, cannot override or supersede the Constitution of the country which we apply in deciding each case. The CGN said after swearing in 23 newly appointed judges of the Federal High Court in Abuja. Frank added, "We now have a clear case of breach of the Constitution by a president who submitted a forged certificate to INEC contrary to Section 137 1G of the Constitution, which stipulates that a person shall not be qualified for election of the office of the president if he has presented a forged certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission. We expect the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, and other Supreme Court justices to courageously uphold the Constitution by ensuring that a confirmed lawbreaker is not retained as the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria." My dear, if for tutoring my body, if the way this person talk, it make a whole lot of sense. You understand? It make a whole lot of sense. But if for tutoring my body, nothing happen. But you still the watch, you're still watching. Okay. If they are losing their job because they presented forged paper, they don't deserve any sympathy. You don't understand it. They are saying that it is not big, it is not difficult for them. Nigerians abroad are now saying the things that they normally do, maybe they just allow you to scale through. They now have to come and start checking and checking. Like I've told us all, it's just like somebody have never met you before. Has never met you as a Nigerian before. You understand? And your president is who they now see somewhere. Anything where your presidents behave, if he get this kind of baggage, then go stereotype you with that for a very long time. It will take a long time to shake off. And that is what this person is saying. Alright, on those notes, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for turning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.